Hey everybody, what's going on? I want to talk to you today about some resources around the community that are going to be really helpful for you as you're trying to learn the game. We've talked a lot about how overwhelming this is. I get a lot of new players in my Discord asking questions and commenting on just how overwhelming the game is when you're new. And even if you're not new, sometimes there can be some stuff you still might have questions about. So I'm going to give you 4 resources today that you can check out. 2 of them are real quick and easy, and then the other 2 are a little bit involved, so we're gonna go through and take a quick look at them, all right? So the first 2, again, real quick and easy. Let's pull them up here. The first one is just this chart for Tricaru. Everybody wants to build the Tricaru team for dragons, and then it works for some other things as well. I do have a full guide on Tricaru. I'll card to it up there if you wanna go check it out. But part of what you're gonna use to get that team to work is this chart. It tells you how much extra defense you need on each of your Tricaru, or each of your Icarus actually, based on where your account is at. So the level of your defense tower, it assumes that you have a level 21 guild, which by the time you can make that team work, you probably will. And then how many determination sets you're using amongst your monsters. So it's a great reference point just to give you an idea of where you're at and how much more you need. Maybe you're at a level 20 tower and you're using 4 determination sets total among the team, and one of your Icarus is like, 2138, and you're like, okay, I just need one more small grind to get this last one over the threshold. It's a great reference. It can be really helpful to get a gauge of where you're at. You might be a few hundred defense short, you might be 10 defense short. But anyway, that's it. Just a real quick, easy one, and it's a really useful chart. So shout out to whoever made this tool. The next one I want to talk about is a site for promo codes. I've also talked about this, but I figure it's worth mentioning here. It's a great, quick, easy place to come see which promo codes are active. Maybe you missed one in the Discord. Maybe you don't use the Discord. I don't really see them announce promo codes in game very often. So I feel like it's kind of easy to miss them. So check in this site periodically, just bookmark it and pop in occasionally. You can see we've got codes that used to work. I don't know what this is. This is kind of insane. I don't know what this is, but anyway, you can see a lot of them are expired, obviously, but these are all the ones that we have that are active right now. And it tells you the code, it tells you what you get, and then it's got a thumbs up, thumbs down system so that if it stops working, if it expires, people start thumbs downing it, and you'll know that it's not going to work anymore, and then eventually they'll come in and update it as expired. And also, if you're on iOS, there's nowhere to input promo codes in the game, so you can come here and just click this link and claim the code that way, okay? So this is a pretty good site just to stay on top of promo codes. You don't want to miss out. So it might not seem like a bunch for each individual code, but add it up, that's, that's well over a premium pack's worth of mystical scrolls right there. So stay on top of your promo codes, all right? So that's the second one. Again, the first 2 are real quick and easy. Let's move on to some of the more complicated ones now that are going to be specifically helpful for you as you're trying to get into some higher level stuff. This one is, it's called Summoner's War Guild Tools. Basically what you do is if you are doing Siege or your World Guild Battle, and there's a defense that you see and you're not sure how to counter it, you can come in here and type that defense in, and there's a database of people who have submitted teams that they've used to counter the defense, and sometimes they even put notes on it, like how to rune, who to focus first, stuff like that. So let's go with a popular one. Maybe we see, I don't know, let's go like Sierra, Orion, Rakan used to be a pretty popular team. And you don't use commas or anything like that. You just type the monster's name, a space, type the other monster's name, a space, type the other monster's name. And then we'll search. Well, I accidentally exited out. I've been so inaccurate with my mouse lately. I don't know what is going on. And then we'll search it. And whoever you type first is the lead. That's who it'll recognize as the lead. So here's the defense that we're trying to counter. And then it gives, there's 44 suggestions here of how people have done it. So Fran, Lauren, Miho. We've got Fran, Huadam, Beth, Garo, Rauk, Verd. So let's try to find one where we have some notes. Here's one with Juno, Perna, and Cade, I guess. I don't know who that is. But it says, make sure your Juno is tanky. again, sometimes there's a lot more notes. Bulwark, Amelia, Skogel. I use Lulu and Friends instead of Amelia. It worked great. Orion, strip defense break. Sierra moves and you are dead. I guess that's a warning, perhaps. Kill Rakan first with this team. So it could be very helpful for you to maybe you'll have the exact team, one of the exact teams that are on this list. Maybe you'll get some inspiration from some of the things that you see on this list. But this can be really, really helpful as you're trying to get into guild content, because especially if you're new to Summoner's War, but even if you've been playing for a little bit, it takes a while before you start to get into some of the more competitive guild content. So you might not have really any idea about what defenses you're looking at, what offenses to build. So this can not only help you counter a specific defense, but you can learn the approach. You can come in here and see all these offenses and get some inspiration for offenses of your own. I think this could be a really, really useful tool to rapidly progress your knowledge and experience and exposure to the 3v3 Guild War type battle system. So really, really cool tool. Again, it's really cool that people just make this stuff for everybody. So definitely utilize this. I'll probably be utilizing this as I start to get a little bit more serious about some of the guild content, because I think that's really, really cool. So anyway, the last tool that I want to talk about relates to artifacts, and I think this is going to be wildly helpful for everyone because I do get a lot of questions about artifacts, and I'm still learning the ins and outs of artifacts myself. But let's talk about this tool. It's called Whose Artifact, and basically what you do is you recreate the artifact in question on this site, and then it gives you a list of the monsters that it's applicable for. So if we close this real quick and open up my artifact, but let's go with the water one. Let's go with this one's leveled up. So let's go with this one. It's a water artifact. It's got defense up, defense proportionate to lost max HP, speed proportionate to lost max HP, and HP when revived. So let's bring the site back up. And it is a water artifact. It has, I think this one. So defense proportionate to lost HP. So we've got defense and speed proportionate to lost HP. And then we've got HP when revived right here. So now we've got all of our boxes checked. You can see up here, it recreated our artifact. And then up here, we can take this little drop down and change it to HP. So now we have, it doesn't matter the percentages, it just matters what it does, right? So now we have the exact artifact that we had in our account. So now we can come down here and click Find Matching Monsters, and it gives you a tier list. This is so cool. It gives you a tier list of who it recommends that you put it on. So we get 100% for Dagora, for 2A Dagora, 90% for Talc and Emma, 88% for Amelia, and all the way down. So like how effective it recommends it will be for any given monster. I think this is such a cool resource. And again, I think it's going to be so helpful in you utilizing your artifacts to the best of their ability, because like I said, I've been back for between 3 and 4 months now, and I've been very heavily playing, very heavily invested, and I still haven't even gotten around to catching up on artifacts, getting familiar with what's going on who, and I still don't feel very comfortable with it. So if you're newer than I am, I imagine it feels even more foreign, you know what I mean? So I think this is going to be an incredible resource for all of us to utilize our artifacts to the best of their ability. Because right now, only in some minor specific cases do I throw, like I know that on my Tricaru team, for example, I would like co-op damage and damage dealt to fire and stuff like that. Like I have some general ideas, but I think that this website is going to be wildly helpful. I'm really excited to go through my artifacts and start getting stuff equipped on the right monsters. So it'll all be linked below. If you've got any other tools or resources around the community that you think are cool and you want me to check out in a video, let me know what they are in the comment or hop in Discord and holler at me. I will probably do a video soon on the optimizer. Some of you might not even know what I'm talking about, but there's a rune optimizer. You put all your data in, and you can. It's kind of like if anybody played Raid, it's kind of like the Hell Hades artifact optimizer. It's very similar to that system. So I'm probably going to do a video on that pretty soon. How to set it up and how to use it. I've got to jump back in and figure all that out myself. But anyway, that's it. These are just some things that I think would be helpful. Also that I thought were pretty cool. So again, if you've got other recommendations, please drop them below. Other than that, I'm getting out of here. Appreciate you guys. All the links will be below. We'll see you later.